guys, I'm here today to finally give you the, I guess you say formal introduction of my microphone that so many of you have asked about. And of course, I shared with you verbally um, exactly what kind of microphone it is and where to get it from. But this is the first formal introduction, and this will also be a long-term, I guess you say, somewhat of a long-term review of it, because I've been using this microphone now since March of 2020. So, of course, it is now May 2020. So I've been using it for over a year. Today, I want to show you exactly what it is that I have. And of course, I'm going to be showing it to you via where I got it from, explain to you why I chose this particular mic versus other mics. Let's look at the microphone, and this is it here. It is called the Samson Technologies Q2U USB / XLR Dynamic Microphone Recording and Podcasting Pack. It includes the mic clip, the desktop stand, windscreen, and cables. And of course, they list the color as silver, but it's really more like a silver gray or a gunmetal gray color. The price is $69.99. Now, of course, this has gone up in price since I got it last year, but still at $70. It is a fantastic buy, especially if you're needing a microphone for recording videos and doing your live streams. Okay, here is the microphone in with the mic clip and in the desktop stand. Okay, now here are the parts that that I listed off of what it comes with. There's the mic clip. That's right here. This is the tripod portion of the desktop stand. This is the arm portion of the desktop stand. That one screws into this. Like I say, this is the tripod of the desktop stand. And again, that is the mic clip. That's the windscreen. Here is the USB cable connection. This end goes into the bottom of the microphone, and this goes into the computer. And then if you are using this with a mixer, then this is the cable that you would use instead of the USB cable. Okay, here's the bottom of the microphone. As I mentioned, that one end goes in here, and then the other end you would put into your USB port on your computer. And it does work on a USB 2.0 port. You can either plug it in a 2.0 or a 3.0 port. So I wanted to make sure to let you know that. You can also monitor your audio, whether it's the audio from you speaking or your other audio inputs into your recording or live stream. And this is where you would plug in your 3.5 millimeter, your regular, headphone jack. There's the USB connector, and that's where your microphone jack, your headphone jack goes right here. And then the three-pronged one is if you are going to be putting this into a mixer. That is your XLR plug. And that's where the cable on the far right hand side goes. But for, most folks' application, you won't even need that cable at all. So you're just concerned with the USB outlet. Now, for those of you who are, a bit more advanced and have sound mixer equipment, as stated, this is a USB/XLR microphone. So this is where you would use that XLR cable to hook this into your sound mixer. But of course, this is not needed. A mixer is not needed in order to use this microphone. You would only use just the USB portion. That's how I'm using it. No mixer at all. And of course, wanted to show this one or come back to this one because this is what most of you, or probably how most of you, and of course how I am using it. Just your regular, plugged into your USB port. Now, why did I choose this particular microphone versus, say, the Blue Yeti or the Snowball Yeti? Now, I definitely chose this one over the Blue Yeti just by price alone. Well, that was probably one of the biggest considerations. This microphone definitely was much less expensive than, say, a Blue Yeti. Now, of course, the Snowball Yeti is, I think, comparable, at least it was back then, in price to this one. However, in my research, because I didn't even know, I thought a microphone was a microphone was a microphone. As I have found out, you have what's called condenser microphones. And this microphone here is a dynamic microphone. Why do you need to know the difference between a condenser microphone versus a dynamic microphone? Well, they operate a little bit differently. Now, I don't understand the total of it, but basically your condenser microphones are a lot more sensitive, meaning they can amplify a lot of sound and can pick up sound without you having to be right at the microphone. Now, that's great for certain applications. So, of course, you're going to have to consider, the type of videos and live streams that you're doing, or just basically for your, whatever needs. But if your application requires you not to be right at the microphone or needing to be able to pick up your voice while you're not, right at the microphone, then you might want to consider a condenser microphone. However, because of that sensitivity of being able to pick up your voice, without you having to be right at the microphone, you're also going to pick up anything else that's in the background. And that it was an issue for me because of the environment that I typically recording in. I don't have a large house, so I'm not able to get, away from, noise that might be created by other household members. And also the times when I have the windows up. My neighbors love music just like I do. So, they might be playing music, especially on Saturdays. A lot of times it's almost like being at like a front row seat at a festival. And I was concerned about that bleeding through, my recordings and my live streams. That's the reason, I decided to go with a dynamic microphone. Now, a dynamic microphone, in contrast to the condenser microphone, that's why you see I'm making sure that I'm, quite close to the microphone. Not just because I don't have that loud of a voice and my voice doesn't, I don't project my voice all that well. But with dynamic microphones, you need to be relatively close to the microphone in order for, the very few parts that are in here for it to be able to register the sound for you to be heard. But because of that, because like with this dynamic microphone, if I move way over here, I'm going to have to speak probably pretty loud in order. Now, I do see I'm kind of registering a bit on my little meters here because I am recording through OBS. But still, the volume is not as much as if when I'm right here. So, of course, that naturally means dynamic microphones, by their nature, will filter out a lot of the background noise. So that was the main reason why I chose this. And because it does not require drivers, compatibility with my operating system was not going to be an issue. Speaking of which, this microphone works on Windows, it works on Mac, and it works on Linux. That's something that you might want to consider as far as, whether you would want to get this microphone or not. So if your application doesn't require you to, basically be right at the microphone as you're speaking, then this might be one of the ones that you know, that you would like to get. And like I say, it's the best of both worlds. You've got that compatibility with the USB, because you can also hook this up to your phone as long as it has the what is it, on the go OTG technology, which most of your later operating systems do. Not in most, all of your later phone operating systems do have the OTG. So yeah, you can even take this bad boy with you. I will tell you that it is not lightweight. You know, it's this bad boy got some heft to it, but it's still portable, and you don't have to have mixers or anything like that. All you need is a USB, OTG cable, and you can hook this up to your phone. Yeah, I think that was basically everything that I wanted to cover with this phone. And like I say, even though this phone microphone, well, yeah, phone, yeah, phone for short, microphone, phone for short. On talking about this microphone a year, few months later, I would still purchase this microphone today at $70. I think it is an excellent buy, especially if you are needing a good microphone. Definitely less expensive than the Blue Yeti, because I think that Blue Yeti is still running a couple $100. And like I say, you don't have to worry about compatibility, because it will work cross-platform as far as your operating system. And also, if you might want to venture into, say, expanding your going into more sound production where you're getting the mixers and all of that, you still can roll with this bad boy, as opposed to, say, getting just a straight USB microphone. And then if where you're having guests, and different microphones and all of that, that's where you would have to bring that mixer in. See, you wouldn't have to get another microphone for yourself. You can still roll with the microphone that you already have. That is my very non-tech non-tech review of the Samson Q2U USB / XLR dynamic microphone. I love this microphone. I wish I had known about it, earlier, but hey, better late than never. So, all right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. And I will see you all next time.